husband is on the grill making jerk chicken, 11 p.m. Okay, but hey, that's how we do it around here. Cozy in the summertime. I got my throw blanket. This is how the hair turned out. I got it from Amazon. I will link it in the description box below. I purchased this at 3 times, for my daughter once and then for myself twice. Yeah, the wig that I had on before this, it was the same one. And for some reason though, what I did notice, the other one, when I put it on, I had to cut off the ears, like around the ear part. It can like fit my head properly, but this one I didn't have to, so it came pretty cool. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this hair while it's styled and everything. Let me see if I can change the lighting to see if it'll be different, because I can't really tell. This light is so bright behind me, I can't like see what you guys see. Okay, so this is a bright white light. No, this is the yellow light. This is the mix, bright and yellow. And then this is the bright white. So I don't know which one is better, but I like the yellow light. And hopefully if you guys can see it. Yeah, she put some layers in there for me and curled it up really pretty. So I really love this. I love the bangs. I just love the hair. Okay, let me go and I'll pick up where we left off about the book, whatever we gonna do. So talk to you guys in a second. Okay, so I finally got my glasses, thank God, and I do have them all fixed up. Basically, they're all fixed up. Hopefully the camera ain't too close, but yeah, I'm gonna get my tripod. So let me put these on the tripod. I propped y'all up on the tripod. If I sound a little different, my little microphone, but it didn't go out. This part right here that sticks in the camera broke, and yeah, it bent, and I tried to bend it back, but it's not working. I even tried to plug the camera with this part, and it's still, I don't think that it sounds right, but we can try it. Hold on, I'm not sure if it works, but it should work. Cozy in the summertime vibe. I got my throw blanket, chilling. I'm making a pot of greens. My husband is on the grill making jerk chicken, 11 p.m. Okay, but hey, that's how we do it around here. I didn't even go into none of my books update on that. I'm just gonna name them from the month of April to now. That's what we're gonna do. Hold up, before we start on the books, I ordered this cute little case from Amazon for my Kindle. It's so cute. I really love it. It has like the holder I could put my hand. Now why are you barking?
It's done.
Can you give me a piece?
Yeah.
Okay, so I read 4 books. So my goal is to read a book a month. And I don't rush reading books because it's like a comfort thing for me. It's a relaxing, peaceful moment that I have to myself. I like to just take my time. That is the reason why my goal is 1 book per month. Got a little stagnated between like April and June, but we back on track. I'm just gonna give you guys the rundown because that's what I was supposed to do last video, but it got thrown off. I read Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston, My Husband, Wife by Alice Feeney. And I read that one between April and May. 7 Days in June. Of course, I read that in June. Some of Broken Rules. I read that one because I liked the cover. So I went into that book like totally blind. But I'll let y'all know my thoughts on it after I tell y'all what the book was about. I wanted to read The Scammer. I've been putting this book off probably since April. But I want to read that book. I'm gonna get to it. Okay, so I first read Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. This book follows 2 women, Camille Bliss and Aubrey Price. They both come from completely different worlds. Camille is wealthy, polished, and married to a powerful lawyer, Ben Bayless. Yeah, Camille Bayless. Yeah, Ben Bayless. Behind closed doors, their marriage is not what it seems. Then we have Aubrey. She's a bartender searching for these answers about something devastating that happened in her past. I don't know if I should. I'm not gonna say what it was, but yeah. So that ain't giving nothing away, I don't think. Anyway, she's searching for answers that happened, from something that devastatingly happened from her past. And she believes that Ben knows more than what he's saying. Camille thought Aubrey was cheating with Ben, and they both discovered that he's been lying to both of them. They made this agreement that they're gonna switch places for 12 hours or something like that. They changed identities. Camille basically had to leave all of her devices with Aubrey. Camille's husband, Ben, was keeping like tracks on her car. He tracks her phone, he tracks her iPad, like everything. She gave everything to Aubrey. Camille goes to spy on him. Aubrey supposedly went into town to like pretend like she's Camille and do like a lot of this shopping because that's what Camille does. And however, when both of them get together to exchange places to become themselves again, both of them tells a lie to each other. Camille found her husband dead, and so oh my goodness, the story is crazy. Now it's a murder investigation. Both of these women, they have an alibi. Both of them basically caught in the middle of his murder investigation. They're like, what do they gotta lie for to each other? Why are they lying? Which one of them actually did it? And the whole thing, girl, is just go read. I was finna say go watch it, but yeah, go read it. Give me a flat piece. Oh, it's good. He's funny. That boy could.
That when you put your foot in.
Okay. This season perfect.
And gonna stop me
Give me another one.
Big or small like that.
Jerk. And I can't even say I was really interrupted because that was so good. Okay, my next book, My Husband, Wife by Alice Feeney. Oh my goodness, I love that. That has to be my favorite from the month of April. Okay, it follows a story of a woman named Eden Fox. Fox goes out for a run. When she returns home, her key doesn't work to her door. Another woman answers the door. She's wearing her clothes, and when her husband comes to the door, he acts as though he don't know her, and she's like, Harris, stop. I believe his name Harrison, stop joking. This is not funny. This is serious. And he's like, who are you? Do you need help? Are you, stable? And he's like, okay, well, we're gonna call the police. And he basically insists that the stranger is his wife. And she's like, is someone making you do this? It just went totally down a rabbit hole. She basically had to run off before the cops got there because they were gonna lock her up. Then the story takes us back to a woman named Birdie. And I was wondering at first, how do Birdie tie into all of this? Birdie was a loner. She was by herself. She was known to like really not have no family, friends. You know, her mom had passed away. Her mom kept her away from her family or whatever. But her grandmother, even though she's a loner, she ended up inheriting her grandmother's estate. Her grandmother's estate is Spyglass, where the couple moved to. That's how she ties into the story. She became the owner, but she sold it to them. The story is just so crazy, you guys. I literally enjoyed this book. Page Turner, I love it. I will recommend it. That was the best one that I have read this far. 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This story follows Eva, a romance author. She writes books, single mom. It also states that she have like really bad migraine. I don't know, for some reason when they said the migraine thing, I literally have migraines. That's something that I do like suffer with. And then we have Shane, is another author. So they had this event where they unexpectedly seen each other and find out they knew each other from their childhood. They have been like basically writing about each other in their books, and she basically said, stop writing about me in your books, and he tell her, you stop writing about me in your book. Cute love story. It does follow like addiction, dysfunctional trauma, healing, all takes place in this book. You know, this is like a summer cozy read. I took my time with it, but I did enjoy it. But it is like a summer cozy read. And lastly, The Summer of Broken Rule. I went into this book totally blind. I chose this book because I really love the cover, plus it's summer, so I wanted something to read for the summer. This book follows Murder lost her sister. Her sister name was Claire. Her family, they does this like big family reunion every year, and so since her sister passed away, they have not been to like their family functions. They finally got invited to cousin's wedding, and that's where their life, it's kind of took them back a little bit. Had some moments that they were like remembering the sister. Overall, it's like a YA. I liked it in general. My daughters would probably gravitate towards it more. It wasn't for me. The only reason why I didn't DNF it because I just want to finish the book I started with. That is that.